If you've got a single load you want to monitor, a heater, a water pump, a piece of workshop equipment, the Shelly Pro 1PM is the professional answer for that. But here's the thing, most installation videos online skip the real questions. What power gauge do you actually need? How do you know it will fit safely in your breaker box? And what's the difference between this one and just grabbing a cheaper alternative? Today, I'm walking through everything that makes this device different. The hardware, terminals, complete wiring, and safety checks, and real-world use cases. I've got a dedicated app configuration video for Shelly devices linked in the description of this video. So we'll stay focused on what matters for this relay. And if you're thinking about adding it to your setup, watch this video first, then go to the setup. Okay, so this is the Shelly Pro 1PM. It's a single channel DIN-rail relay. That means it mounts inside your breaker box and controls one load with a maximum of 16 amps, as you can see here. Okay, so now before you ask, no, this is not the same as the mini versions we have here. Because the Pro series is designed for professionals and permanent installations. It has the following things. So it has a built-in precision power monitoring, not just on-off control you get in real-time watts, kilowatt hours, and you can set alerts if something is drawing more power than it should. This catches a broken appliances fast. And also dual connectivity, Wi-Fi and a LAN running at the same time. And if your Wi-Fi dies, it falls back to wired networking or vice versa. So for critical loads, that's important. And also there's something more important here. There's a Bluetooth for this device, and it has a Bluetooth actually, and it can be a gateway mode for your that extends your wireless range to other Shelly devices, or actually Bluetooth range to your other devices. And also this device has a security that matters. It is TLS 1.2 SSL security and encryption, and it also supports scripting via MGS, temperature and overpower protection built in. And an interesting thing here is that the Shelly provides 5 years warranty for this, and that's the longest they offer. And the specs to lock in your head. This device is 16 amps maximum. It requires a neutral wire, and this is a professional installation, and this is the right call for this device. So when do you use this over something cheaper? To answer this question, not every load needs this. If you want just to turn off and on something basic, Shelly 1 is fine. But here's where the 1PM earns its place. So energy tracking that actually matters. You monitor a water heater 24/7, and after a month, you see it's pulling 2.3 kilowatt when it should be 1.8. And that tells you the heating element is failing. A cheap relay does not give you that option. Also, professional environments. Electricians installing this in in rental properties, commercial spaces, or multi-unit buildings. They know the device is going to be rock solid for years. Also, home assistant power users. They use it if they're logging energy data, building automations around consumptions, or feeding this into home energy management. So this device integrates cleanly. And the biggest mistake I see, people buy the wrong wire gauge. You can't just grab whatever's in the box. This isn't about being safe in the moment. It's about being safe after 5 years of daily switching. Okay? And let's talk about wiring. The Pro 1PM with the V1 has 2 terminal screws connectors and has an upgrade from the old V0 version, which used 3 terminal ones. So they're proper screw terminals rated to 0.4 Newton meters in torque. You strip your wire to length, insert it, and tighten the screw with the small flathead. Screw terminals means 2 things: a solid high current rated connection and torque spec you should actually follow. Under tighten and you get a poor contact that heats up under load. Over tighten and you can damage the housing or wire strands. So critical point here: your breaker box is a live environment, Every connection here carries a mains voltage. If you're not comfortable with this, call a licensed electrician. And seriously, this isn't just a liability statement. It's how this works safely. And wire gauge rule of thumb. For 16 amps, you want 2.5 square millimeters minimum in most jurisdictions. And check your local electrical code. Germany often requires 4 square millimeters. The US sees 14 or 12 AWG depending on distance and breaker size. And just don't guess these. And the Pro 1PM needs the following things to work. So neutral wire to the device. And the neutral wire is not optional. The power meter needs the reference point. So you can see here. So if there's no neutral, no operation. It also needs a live wire to switch a load, and your load sits between the relay output and the ground. And when your relay switches, your load powers on and off. And a quick note regarding the earth and ground. The Pro 1PM has no earth terminals, and it does not need one. The device's protection comes from its plastic housing and the electrical design. But if your load requires an earth conductor, which is the most modern appliances do, that wire bypasses the Shelly entirely and lands directly on your panel's ground bar here. So the relay only switches the live side. Earth continuity for load is handled at the panel, not through this device. So this is important to know. Okay, and let me move this just a bit so you can see clearly. Here's the real pain point nobody talks about. So if you're retrofitting this into existing breaker box, you might not have a spare neutral capacity, like here. You need a neutral distribution bar, or you're rebuilding part of your panel. And that's when you call a pro who's done this before, if you're not sure about this. So I'm going to walk you through this on a bench setup first, and real installation in a live breaker box. That's electrician territory. So the step 1, dead circuit. Turn off the breaker for this load. Verify with the multimeter if there's no voltage. I waited 10 seconds, so call it paranoia or call it professional practice. And as I'm working on a bench, this is already turned off. So step 2, mount thin rail. So the Pro 1PM mounts top head on standard 35 millimeters thin rail. If your breaker box does not have one, that's your first job. Take your time here. Crooked mounting will haunt you later. Remember this. And the step 3, slide the relay onto the rail. So the connector faces outwards. Okay, and 2 terminals in a neutral live and 2 terminals out, a switch load at the top. So there's a tiny button on this here. So it's a reset button. Okay, and step 4, insert wires and tighten screws. So let me just add the wires here, as this device needs live and neutral to be powered always on. So we are providing it the neutral from the neutral here and adding it like here. So as we can see and read from this schematic here, the neutral goes to the right here, and we're going to just tighten this. I'm just using it and doing like this so you can see it. Usually you'll do this in the box. So not over tighten, just enough to hold it, but not too loose. Okay, and then we need the live. So to provide live from here, I'm using this Vaga connector here, as I'm also on the bench, just for the demonstrative purposes. And I'm going to use this live here and add it here to this Vaga connector. Just switch it like this and provide that live to our live terminal here. Okay, and also tighten these screws. Okay, it's enough. And then what we actually need here, we need to add our consumer here. And in this case, I'm gonna add just a bulb here so we can test and see the device in action. Okay, so I'm just gonna add a bulb here, and the bulb needs the following. So as we can see in the schematic, we need to bring live here to this device. That's the same live like here. And we need the output that is actually our live here. So we're gonna add that output here and tighten it into this green. So left is output and right is input. So it's the same on all Shelly devices so far I've tested. And also I have to mention this, we have to, as this device is coming from Shelly, and just a quick note regarding that, I would thank you Shelly for providing us with these devices, and everything you hear and see here is my own opinion, and it's not scripted by Shelly, just a note. Okay, and now as we added this neutral, we're gonna add, we're gonna just connect it here to this breaker box. So I'm gonna add it here. I hope you can see. Okay, and I'm just gonna tighten this one here. Okay, like this. And that's it. So we have added our load here. I'm gonna add this, provide wire, and keep this bulb here. Okay, the next thing that we have to add is just, we have to add a low live here for this one. So I'm taking one live here, like this, and providing it to this live here, as on the schematic here. So here, and this device is actually cutting the live here. So it's doing the same as we had on the Shelly one here. So it's not direct contact, but it acts like that. Actually, it needs the same connection as on a direct contact device. So just to not be confused here. And finally, we have to add a switch. So we can add a switch, and usually when you are adding this device like this, you will have like cables coming to this device from a separate switch, but I'm gonna just show you on the bench here. So I'm using some kind of switch that I have here, and then I'm providing, I'm feeding actually that switch with a live. So I'm gonna add just one live wire here and put it inside of this connector, tighten it. And that live is going into our live here, like this. Okay, and then the live output is just going down to this switch. So let me add this. Okay, so we have two switch inputs here on this device. So left is switch 1, this one here, and the right is switch number 2. Switch number 2 is detached switch. So it is actually meant to control automations, do something here, but the switch number 1 is actually the one that is going to switch this bulb on and off for any of our consumers here. So I'm going to add it to the switch number 1, and also in the application, you're able to change the places of the switches and to detach switch number 1 and attach like switch number 2. So this is the thing. And now when we have wired everything here, I'm gonna just tighten this device a bit. Okay, so it doesn't go out. And then we're gonna just check the wires if there's everything as we need. Okay, and we are able, after checking everything, we're able to turn on this. So the breaker is already on because it's on the bench, and I'm just gonna flip and turn on the device. When we turn on the device, we're able to see the power here, the red one, and we're gonna see that it actually picked up the state of this switch, and we're gonna see that it's connecting to the Wi-Fi, and now it's red, and when it connects to the Wi-Fi, it will change the color here. So basically green, yeah, that's green. And we have output, and if we turn on this, we're gonna see that this output is in a red color here. Okay, I'm just gonna turn it off. So I previously added this device, and I'll link the video regarding the setup of any Shelly device in the comments or in the description of the video or somewhere on the screen, so you can go watch that one. But now let me open the Shelly app to show you this device, actually how it actually works. So in the Shelly app, we're gonna see that 1PM Pro tested device that I actually added here. So I'm able to turn it on and turn it off through the application. I can go here, turn it on like this. And now what can we see here is the consumption. So we can see that this bulb is spending 6.2 watts. It uses 232 volts, 0.1 volts, and it is using a 50 hertz, 0.1 hertz here. And we can see these specs here. Also, we can see when we turn it on, the voltage and everything that is interesting for this. But also what is interesting, this device has something important that I mentioned. in the settings of this device. I'm not going to cover all settings because in that video I covered everything, but what is specifically important for this device is that you go here and you go to the safety option. So if you miss that one, I'll just zoom a bit here. Okay, like this. You see the safety option here. Tap on it and we can see the safety. So we have an option to max power protection. We have max voltage protection, max current protection, under voltage protection, and under voltage or over voltage auto recovery. So what happens when the under or over voltage happens? So that's important because I mentioned like that water heater device, and we can see the power here. We can just say, okay, what is the amount of power that we are gonna switch after, or the things that we need here. So we can say, okay, the max current protection is 16 amps, but we could add less than 16 just to trigger it to turn off or do anything with that. So these are some of the important parts of the configurations for this particular switch here. So remember the safety here. And also in the device settings, we also have the things right in other Shelly devices. So I won't waste your time regarding this. So this is it when it comes for this video for the Shelly Pro 1PM. And yeah, I hope the video was helpful. And in the next one, we're gonna cover Shelly 2PM and Shelly 2 as well. So this is Shelly 2PM and 2, and we also cover the Shelly 1 and RGB WW. So if you missed that once, I'll put some links somewhere on the screen. So thanks for watching, and I hope the video was helpful, and see you in the next one. Bye.